All righty, is everybody ready for Bible class today? I hope so. Let's all start with prayer and then we can say our verses. Father, thank you for your goodness in each one of our students. Thank you for the big person helping today. We ask that you'd help us as we have our lesson, help the kids to understand the need for hard work. We ask in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's go over our verses. Everybody stand up, please. We have 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:8. Ready? All together, please. God is love. Our verse this month is Ecclesiastes 9:10. Let's say it together, please. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. This week's verse is found in Exodus 20:12. Honor thy father and thy mother. 2 more times, please. Honor thy father and thy mother. 1 more time. Honor thy father and thy mother. Okay, we have an interesting lesson today. What we're going to talk about is hard work, right? We're talking about hard work. One of the things about hard work is when you work hard, you learn things. And the things you learn from that, you can take that and then improve on it and use that for other things. So you take all the things that you're learning and you can build on them. When I was maybe 10, 12, was when they first sent people to the moon, astronauts to the moon. And when they sent astronauts out in space, they had to feed them, right? But they couldn't, everything had to be in packages because there's no gravity out there. And what that means is out in space, everything just floats around. But they had to take food that wouldn't spoil. One of the things they invented for that trip was Tang. And I don't know if any of you have had Tang here. Tang comes in all different kinds of flavors. You mix it with water and boom, it's ready to go. Well, that's when that was invented for the astronauts to go in space to get their vitamin C. They wanted some way to get orange juice up in space, but it couldn't be regular orange juice because that would spoil. So they came up with the Tang. And then afterwards, so the men could, it was in a little package, and they could suck it out, but it wasn't the real juice. They had all the vitamin C from the orange juice, had the orange flavor, but it wasn't the real juice. And then afterwards, they started selling it, and everybody said, wow, this is great stuff. And now Tang has lots of flavors. I'm not really big on it. I like the limonada. That's good. But, there are a lot of things that we got from the space program, so many things that they developed to send astronauts to space, and then they were able to use them in other areas. Many years ago, our family went to Mexico in the summer to visit some missionaries and to help out in the church. We went for 2 weeks, and I was going to run a Bible school. I had never run a Bible school before, and I was going to have to do it in Spanish. I didn't speak Spanish. Whoa, that's a big project. Never had a Bible school, didn't speak Spanish. What am I going to do? But I started early. I started maybe 8 months before it was time to go. So what do I need? Well, I need a guitar. We need to play the guitar. Nobody played the guitar. Mr. Martin didn't play the guitar. I need somebody to play guitar. So I got a guitar. It wasn't very expensive, and I learned to play it, learned how to play some songs. I learned the songs in Spanish, and that was cool. I made the boards so that the kids could read, have the words to the song. Cool, we got that. But I thought, we ought to have some puppets, but puppets are very expensive. Puppets are like at that time they're about $100. That's a lot of money. I wanted 4. So I thought, I'm going to have to make them. So I went to the store and looked all around. And I finally found a pattern for making puppets. Well, then I needed a place to do it because you can't just, do it up front. I need to make a puppet theater. And it took me a whole month to figure that out. Build one and big, and it's really nice. Those, well, you don't know what they are. But anyway, so I made the puppet theater. We made the puppets, and then I wrote the puppet skits, and I had Mr. Mark translate them into Spanish. And then his Spanish teacher made sure all the words are right. Okay. Got that. And I forget who told the Biblists, maybe the missionary lady did that. And somebody came up with little things, handcrafts to do. But we went and we had that Bible school for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Never done it before. Didn't know what I was doing, but what did I do? Just said, okay, this is what I need to do. And I just started working and working. Well, that's where we got our first puppets. And Mr. Matt uses Carlos. And this is his favorite. Mr. Matt used this when he learned how to do the puppets. He and his brother. Mr. Matt was 10 years old. And this was Mr. Matt's hat when he was a little boy, when he was a baby. But this is Carlos. And Carlos was Mr. Matt's puppet. And Mr. Matt loves this puppet. It's really, really good. But he was the first one I made. I made him and 3 other ones. But so I didn't know what to do, how to do this. So, okay. So you will see, this is Carlos, right? Now Carlos, see, we can take his hair off. And look, also his ears. Let's take his ears off. We can do that. And then now here we can make, the reason we did that is so now, see if we can get this hair to stick on here. Okay, we can give him different hair. See, he could be a boy there, right? He can be a boy. Or, watch this. You see, he doesn't have to wear it. Or, he could be a lady. Here he can be, we can, take a tail, right? Now, Carlos, oops, hair fell off. Oh, I know why. This hair doesn't fit this puppet. That's right, I forgot. This hair goes to a different puppet. I forgot. This hair goes to a different puppet. Okay, so there we go. This hair would work. Okay, there we have a ponytail if I had the right hair for this one. Okay, we can make a lady. Or we made this one for that trip because we needed a grandma. Now we have a grandma. Okay. Yep, there we have grandma. Or, so we can do that. But let's give Carlos his hair back because these were made for different puppet. So yeah, Carlos could be a boy, he could be a girl. We had a little girl, his friend he had a Carlotta. His best friend's, Carlotta was his little sister. His best friend's name was Luisa, and his brother did Luisa. So we have that. Okay, so we'll put his hair back on, right? Well, okay, there he is back again with his ears. Back with his ears. But, of course, he needs see, and, a lot of times nobody sees what's down here, right? But sometimes we want to use them out with other children. So what does he need? He needs legs with little feet, right? Little feet. Oops, those feet are in the wrong little feet. So what do? We take the little feet and we can strap them inside. See that? Now he's got one little foot. Oops, lost his hair again. There's Carlos. Carlos, put your shirt on. One foot, let's give him another foot. Another foot. So what we could do is we could take these puppets, if they're not, and we could take them out in the neighborhood, and they could be with the other little children. But right now, oops, he doesn't have his pants on. I didn't put his pants on. We'll give him a long skirt. Okay, see that? So now he's got, his little feet. See that? There's his little feet. He's got feet, right? And he's got pants and stuff that we can. Okay, what did I learn? I learned how to make a puppet. And then the next time we made it, let's change this, let's change this, let's change this. We change things all around so that what do we have in our classroom? Here we have Peppy, his friend Peppy, right? Peppy's ears, his ears are attached, see? His ears aren't stuck on his hat. His ears are attached. He's a little different. But we learn different things. Okay, we can do this, we can do that. We can do different things, right? I made about 20 of these puppets for different people, for different missionaries. Yep, I did. And so now, when we first came to Honduras 15 years ago, we used these puppets, but then we put them away in a box, and we didn't use them anymore because they didn't really work well. But then we started having class now, and then we decided, hey, can I go to school? Please, Miss Susan, can I go to school? Right, so Peppy came to our class, right? And his little sister Carlotta is in the kindergarten class, and Carlos goes over to the second grade class, right? Right. But I learned different things for the first time. I started making puppets, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, but I just started because it was what I needed. I didn't say, well, I can't figure that out. It won't work. No. When I made the first 4, and then I think we made 1, 2, 3. I think we made 18 after that. Maybe 6, 12. I don't remember after that. But it took us a couple months. Me and 2 other missionaries. We got together and we made the puppets. Every week we got together for one day and cut them out and sewed the little toes and the little fingers and put them all together, right? Because what did we know? We knew children liked them. It was a lot of work, but we learned a lot of things through that. All this to say what? That hard work, we just start working. And as we work, we learn, okay, this didn't really work. Like the first time with Carlos, we didn't. Carlos, how old is Carlos? Carlos is 25 years old. Woo, he is really old. Yep, Carlos is 25 years old. He was our very first puppet. But we learned a lot from him, what we can do and how we make it better. Okay, so here's Carlos. But at first we didn't have his nose on. It was put on with sticky stuff. And then we found out, oops, one time we were doing a puppet skit and Louisa had her nose stuck on her neck. It fell off and it was on her neck. It's like, ew, we got to sew that on, right? So we learned different things about the mouth too, because some of the mouth on some of the other ones broke. I think Carlos's broke too, and we had to fix it, right? Okay, how do we make it better so that it doesn't break? Some different things too. We had to fix so that it would work better. Okay, so hard work is you start working and you change it, you change it. The more you work, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you can learn. And then you take those things and you learn some more and make things better and better and better and better and better. And because of that, what? We have Peppy, and we have another one. This is the guy that this hair went to. Yes, this hair. Okay, there he is. There, that hair was stuck on him. See? There we go. We've got here. So this can be, what should we name him? We can call him Frito, right? Or we can give him a cola. And now instead of being Frito, he is Frida, right? Now we have a Frida. Or Frida can be, oops, this one won't work on. She doesn't work on that one. Frida can't be a Grammy. That goes on the other puppets, right? See that? But we use lots of our imagination. And the things that you can do if you don't give up and say, I can't do that. That's too hard. Look at all the cool stuff I have. Right? And you guys like the puppets, right? Because Miss Susan said, what can I do? Just imagine what you can do if you just start using your imagination and start working. Let's say our verse 3 times. Honor thy father and thy mother. 2 more times. Honor thy father and thy mother. 1 more time. Honor thy father and thy mother.